pain. Sadly, Christina has always wondered who her real dad is. She hopes to end her painful search and prove that a man named Jimmy is her long-lost father. There is a problem. Jimmy's wife, Sherry, and Jimmy's son, Ben, don't believe that Jimmy is Christina's father. In fact, the son, Ben, thinks that Christina is a scam artist. Here's her story.
Whenever I was 12 years old, I found out the guy who I thought was my father wasn't my dad. My whole world was turned upside down. In my childhood, I was molested, physically, emotionally, and sexually. I couldn't help but think if I had my real father in my life, he could have protected me. I'm really angry at my mom. My mother told me so many lies about where I came from that I don't know what to believe. But it's really hard to deal with that emotion towards her because she died 2 months ago. I'm praying Jimmy is right, but his wife Sherry and his son Ben don't think I'm his. They're trying to stop him from having a relationship with me. But if Jimmy's my dad, I'm not going away. I'm going to fight to have the only parent I have left in my life. There's nothing Ben and Sherry can do to stop me.
So for the record, Christina has never met wife Sherry and son Ben in person, but Christina has had contact with the wife Sherry, and we'll get to that in a bit. What do you think about the fact that they think that you're not the daughter that Jimmy thinks you are?
To be a scam artist, really, it just drives me crazy.
You are a scam artist. No!
You were raised by him.
So.
That's not my fault.
Christina.
30 years and not a scam artist.
At the age of 12.
Yeah.
At the age of 12, you found out that the man who you thought was your father was not your father. So you didn't have a real father after the age of 12, right?
And I only got 45 minutes with him when I was 12.
Did your mom tell you about Jimmy? Is that what happened?
My mom told me that 2 different other guys, I was raised with one guy. Then she tells me my older sister's dad is my dad. Then she tells me Jimmy's my dad, and I go to meet him. I felt that. I had that connection.
How long? In fact, you kind of been inseparable ever since you met him.
We haven't spent a day apart. We've been together every day.
Do you think that's why his wife and his son are upset?
Well, I'm pretty sure it is, but like I said, he was raised with his father.
Well, here's the thing. We might as well get the conflict out in the open. So we're going to meet Jimmy in a bit. But first, I want you... Have you ever met Sherry? No.
No.
You never met Ben,
no.
The son? Well, they're here. Here are Sherry and Ben. Over here. Okay. Ben, why are you so sure? Where were you? You weren't around.
It's been 30 years. No one knows you. And suddenly you come out of the woodworks.
And that's not my fault. You can't blame me for that.
How can I not
my
blame
mom can't take away from me.
30 years. 30 years, Christina. It took you 30 years.
You just
and we all lived in the same state.
If this is your sister, you're going to look darn foolish.
Yeah.
I guarantee you, you're no relation to me.
How are you so sure?
My father, biological, never mentioned once that he had a daughter. Never said, hey, I have a daughter.
Then you think that's my fault he didn't mention it to you?
Not a single time.
You are trying to get into our lives. We do not need anyone.
No. I ain't gonna take nothing from you. You have nothing I want. You're not my dad.
You have everything to get.
No.
Sherry, Ben, let me just throw this out. She has become inseparable with your husband and your father.
And they're jealous.
There you go.
Jealous?
How can we be jealous?
Okay, then what
How can
else?
we be jealous?
What else could
What
you
is
be?
it? 30 years and now you suddenly come looking.
So I'm concerned that you're
Okay,
going
I've
to
been looking
ruin
since
our
I was 12.
family.
I was kept away from him by my mom.
Not only do we live in the same state, but you should have been able to make connections way way before this long.
What about your mother?
My
What is
mother
there to go
told me
before
3
if your
different
mom?
people.
That's
Two
what
different
we're
people?
saying.
That's what I'm saying. And
Your
suddenly,
mom.
yeah.
Your mom was a
no.
slut.
There's no way. There's no way.
She was dating Jim
Sherry.
and another man.
Sherry, you want to talk about the dead that way?
Hey, I got my respect, but also I've got to know that she's not going to come in here and ruin our lives like this.
And how am I going to ruin your life?
Because of the way that you're doing toward my husband. 30 years, Christine?
Okay,